Hey, thanks for watching. I'm often asked, what's your favorite album, Espen? And while I don't have one particular album that is my all-time favorite, I have a couple of albums that are definitely on my top 5 list. And one of those albums, the album Time by Electric Light Orchestra from 1981. There are so many things I really like about this album. First, it's a concept album. All of the tracks on the album is about time travel. The narrative is this guy that is taken from 1981 to the year 2095 and is faced with what's happening around that time, and especially in terms of the technology. And he doesn't like it, he wants to go back. And Jeff Lynne, who made the songs for Electric Light Orchestra, he is, in my opinion, a genius. I take a lot of inspiration from him. He's the king of modulation. All these tracks are often peppered with nice modulations going from key to key, and this album is no different. I know Electric Light Orchestra was heavily criticized in 1981 for abandoning their use of rock versus orchestra because the Time album is mostly electronic. They ditched the orchestra for synthesizers, and there's a lot of Yamaha synthesizers on this album, the CS80, etc. And it really is a departure from what they did up until that point. I didn't get into this album in 1981. I first was introduced to this in 1985, but since then I've played this at least a couple of times a week. I listen to these songs in my car, and the funny thing is that my 11-year-old son, well, he loves this album as well. And among my favorite tracks on the album is 21st Century Man. I like the second song called Twilight, and the prologue as well, with its heavily use of vocoders. And I'll probably leave a note for my loved ones, instructing them to play some of this album in my funeral. I was going to end this video by telling you a time travel joke, but you didn't like it. As always, I'm Espen Kraft, I am the 80s. Thanks for watching, see you next time, cheers.